Friendship Center is an adult day program. We are a nonprofit social model day program here in beautiful Santa Barbara. We have been around since 1976 and in this location since 1979. And we provide physically, emotionally, cognitively, and socially fun activities for our members to maintain functioning based on where they're at that day. Before we were using StoriiCare, we were doing our register and all information regarding our members, the intake packets, any notes about the members that were attending, all by hand, which is great. That is a model that has worked for a very long time. But we were seeing when people were going home after their day at the center, or even transitioning to residential care, and even with their in-home care, that sometimes those stories weren't being passed on. And we were learning so much about our members, spending 7+ hours a day with them. We could learn, foods that they liked or certain triggers that would cause certain behaviors. And StoriiCare is a way that we're able to capture all of those details that matter so much in providing person-centered care.
StoriiCare, we use it every day. Very important for our members. We sign everybody in and out of StoriiCare every single day, including visitors or volunteers. That's how we keep a track of who's here. And it goes with how many lunches we need for a day, how many breakfasts we need for a day. We have an activities calendar that the family can see on StoriiCare, which is, I think, great. Some things are canceled, some things are added throughout the day. It's amazing. I honestly don't know. We would be in big trouble if we didn't have StoriiCare. I honestly believe that. So I'm very thankful for StoriiCare.
The implementation process for StoriiCare was really simple. I reached out to StoriiCare to ask for a demo, and immediately had someone respond to me and say, let's jump on a Zoom, let me walk you through the application, because it's not really synonymous to have a software and a kind of old school social model adult day program. So I knew that it was something that was exciting for me, but would be a transition process for the team and for the families. So the implementation process from the get-go was very simple, and having a tour of what the dashboard and what some of the features looked like made it really simple and made me very comfortable to share it with the team. And the customizable features as well, because different models have different aspects of what we call our members. We call our location a center, and all of those customizable features were really important to us. I was able to ask all the questions in our first meeting and the many since. There's been so many different applications for using StoriiCare for the team, every single member of our team, which is also a cohesive element to it. I would absolutely recommend StoriiCare to any adult day program, clinical or a social model, and any providers that focus on person-centered care, which ideally should be any care provider, particularly for the older adult population. When someone comes into care, you look at the whole person. You look at the needs and interests they have in the moment, but you also want to know that life story, and it's really important as that informs each step of care. And there's that really fine balance of using the life story to inform the present care, but also tracking day-to-day changes and something that they grew up loving, they might dislike now, or something they grew up loving and was no longer a part of their life, we can reincorporate. So when it comes to person-centered care, which is really the ideal model of care, I can't imagine another tool that would be as helpful as StoriiCare.